Everybody got reaction to this Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl performance. Now we got white folks reacting crazy. Everybody got something to say. So I ain't going to waste your time. Let's get right to it. The video reads. And this one comes from Moose Lee. Go over there and check it out. Let me cue it in so y'all can check it out. Go over there and check it out. There's the Moose Lee. This is Peapod Cole. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, I appreciate you coming through. Want to support the channel? Hit the like button. I appreciate it. So let's get to it.
It was mid. It was nothing spectacular. Kendrick fans were just glazing him.
It's okay. It's okay.
Drake's had enough.
Chill out.
12 years ago.
So what did I have to do with Drake?
Serena Williams did a dance
Wop. All right, let's get it.
that nearly cost her reputation. But at the Super Bowl, it made her talking about Kendrick Lamar and his fantastic performance. But consider Serena and her surprise performance. It happened at the Super Bowl, and it was bigger than just dance. You see, back in 2012, Serena did a crip walk after winning Olympic gold, and the backlash was swift.
Which could also be blood walking and other walking from wherever you're from. You can create your own. They're all different variations of the dance.
Fox Sports called it immature and classless. The LA Times said it should be separated from the violence associated with that dance. She was pressured to apologize, not for disrespecting anyone, not for breaking any rules, but for celebrating herself in a way that made certain people uncomfortable. Fast forward to the Super Bowl. Same dance, same Serena, but a completely different response. Why? The space that she was in. Surrounded by Kendrick Lamar and other Black artists, unapologetically owning their culture, free to be joyful, free to be in that space.
It's all about right place, right time. That's how it is. Right place, right time. You can come up with the best idea. If it's not the right time for it or the right place, it will not work. Before, she was in the wrong space. But she tested the line. She failed. But we didn't forget. We're going to keep, because I'm sure they didn't forget either. But sometimes you got to take your wins, right? You take them when you can. And she got an opportunity to double down on that win. And I think now that win is being accepted. Grandpa, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you because he is cooking. He is cooking, right? Let him speak. Let him speak. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Same Serena, but a completely different response. Why? The space that she was in. Surrounded by Kendrick Lamar and other Black artists, unapologetically owning their culture, free to be joyful, free to be in that space, free to be herself. That right there is the story. It's not just about Serena, but it's about every Black woman and what they face every single day. Here's the reality. 79% of Black women report feeling like they have to change their behavior at work just to make others comfortable. 54% of Black women leaders say they feel pressure to adjust how they.
Now, listen, Grandpa's cooking right now, but I can't speak for Black women. I'm a Black man. Ladies, I know I do have a high following of ladies out there. Let me know down in the comments. Is he accurate when he talks about how Black women have to change the way they act at work to please or fit in? I would say fit in. Let me know down in the comments. Is that true? Yes or no? Because, you know, he seems like he's cooking. He's cooking. But I can't speak for Black women. I can speak for Black women, Black men, or things that I see. And I'm a little 50-50 shady on that. So let me know down in the comments.
They speak or even how they look. Meanwhile, studies show that workplaces with inclusive cultures are twice as likely to succeed financially. So what does this tell us? It tells us that this isn't about professionalism. It's about control. Black women are forced to shrink themselves to fit into spaces that were never built for them in the first place.
What do you mean?
And yet, when Black women are given the space to just exist as they are, to celebrate, to express, to take up room, magic happens. And sometimes that magic looks like...
What kind of magic are we talking about? And what space are we talking about? Because as long as you stay in your own lane, right? Your space is your space, and your time will always be right if you're there on time. Because sometimes you're not on time. You're ahead of time, or you're late. I'm gonna let Grandpa get back to it and finish his speech.
Magic happens. And sometimes that magic looks like the greatest tennis player of all time doing this dance on the world's biggest stage while millions cheer. It's not just dancing. It's not just a viral moment. It's freedom. And here's the question we need to sit with. Why does that freedom only exist in certain spaces?
130.
He said it's freedom. That was pretty egregious, according to Mega. But I allege. Let's get over here.
In certain spaces.
Long video. Let's get it.
133.5 million people watched King Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, defeating the King of Pop's previously held record for the most watched NFL Super Bowl halftime show. Oh, hail King Kendrick. Squabble up, America. Squabble up, because you can sit there and say it was one of the worst performances you've ever seen. That's because you missed the message. It was televised. They just picked the wrong guy. You knew what I mean?
It's
Go back.
Talked about it,
so
right?
much symbolism in it. That's why it was so beautiful. It was controversial. It was on the edge. You had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was so thick. It was so thick. You had the guy who held the Palestinian and Sudan flag up. The guy.
Now, a lot of people didn't get to see that, but I'm sure if you go ahead and search anyway, you can see where people posted video of it actually happening. Whether it was supposed to be in the show, you know, the guy who did that actually got a job doing it. Me and you could actually try to get a job there. It was open registration for people because they needed people to help set up the stage, get it up and down in like 7 minutes. It was some insane time. But protest is protest. You know, and like the great Eazy-E said, there's never a bad opportunity for publicity. All publicity is good publicity. So, like I said, K-Dot is in the best situation to win. You know what I'm saying? When he was a hype man for that guy I'm talking about, Mike, win. And that was one of my favorite songs that me and my daughter used to do, sing together all the time. And that's what K-Dot's doing right now. He is winning. Black Hippie was winning. Let's get it.
Got arrested, got banned from the NFL. He's like, yeah, so if I choose to watch it by the TV, I will. Like, what up? What? It inspired so many people to just not give an AF, if you know what I mean. The way he looked at Drake, he's like certified A minor. I mean, come on. That performance was so thick with it. I love Kendrick. 133.5 million viewers. He set the record. Beat Michael Jackson. Yeah, this is Thriller. You know what I'm saying. Secret Service Samson for president of TikTok.
I'm going to say it. I didn't give a fuck about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
No.
It wasn't that I didn't like it. I didn't care either way. It looked like a pretty good show. I didn't pay much attention to it. But afterwards, finding out that there were hidden meanings behind stuff, I don't care. Spread your message. 100%. I'll tell you what I loved about it, though. They didn't disgrace America to do it.
Right.
They didn't use somebody else's flag. They didn't put down America. They use the American flag to spread a message.
Now, this is the guy here that I love. And the reason I love him is because he's where I am. I can listen to other people's music and look at the performance and said, this is good. I like it. It's just not for me. And I appreciate him right here because you got to remember, being black living in America, no matter when you came here, at one point we all came in a boat. But the ones that's been here, they don't oppose living in America. They just depressed on the situation they're given. And that's all it is. But they love this country just as much as anybody that live in this country. Everybody that live in this country they're American. And Kendrick is not saying we don't want to be American. We love this country. We just oppress, and we think that things need to be changed. That's all it is. But I love his answer, and I love how he basically this is a true American. This is what true democracy is. Let me let him speak. I'm sorry.
Flag. They didn't put down America. They used the American flag to spread a message about something they wanted to get out there. And I'm down for that. I don't care if I agree with the message or don't agree with the message. I don't even know the message that they were trying to put out there for real. But what I absolutely loved about it is they didn't put down the country that give them the right to spread that message to begin with at the biggest stage that you could possibly be on, which is the Super Bowl halftime show. So good job, Kendrick Lamar, and good job to everybody that put that show together. I didn't watch it. Thought it looked pretty cool of what I did watch. But the way you did it was absolutely the way that you're supposed to do it, with class. Don't care what the message is, do it with class. So good job on that.
Kendrick Lamar
Do it with class.
didn't just perform at the Super Bowl.
What did he
He made
do?
a statement. His halftime show wasn't just about entertainment. It was about symbolism, storytelling, and pushing boundaries. The entire performance unfolded across 4 stages that were shaped like a PlayStation controller button. And that wasn't just a design choice. It was Lamar's way of showing.
You think is PlayStation sales up right now? Let me know down in the comments what the PlayStation are. Because listen, after everything he's done in the Super Bowl, like even from his pants and different things that he wore in the performance, the sales has tripled and gone up. They're like boosted. PlayStation. He used your controllers. He used the cheat code.
His life as a video game, a journey through obstacles, survival, and resistance. While many people appreciated the artistry, others, especially some white viewers, felt confused or even uncomfortable. Some white folks watched and thought that was cool, but others dug deeper, listened to black voices breaking down the symbolism, and realized just how layered the performance was. The American flag imagery, the way the dancers moved, and the subtle nods to Lamar's ongoing themes, it was all intentional. But some white folks weren't just confused, they were angry. Some were upset that there were no white performers, no white dancers, no obvious appeal to white audiences. People who usually claim they don't see color suddenly saw it everywhere. But why did it bother them? Because this performance wasn't centered on them. It wasn't for them, by them, and about them. It didn't ask their permission, seek their approval, or cater.
You know, and that's something I want to ask y'all. How do y'all feel about that? Because this was a all Afrocentric experience, and when there's certain movies, like you watch certain movies like the Titanic or Schindler's List, you know, and you look at those movies and you say, is there a reason why there aren't any black people in Schindler's List? And you'd be like, oh, I'm good. I am good. I don't want to be the only black person in that cast. These are kind of one of those situations. And we're in a country where a lot of us are way too privileged. But I'm going to be doing a live later, man. I got to do a live later. I got to talk.
to their comfort. And that's unsettling when you're used to being in control. Seeing Samuel L. Jackson as a black Uncle Sam, watching a show that didn't need whiteness at its center, that flipped the usual power dynamic. It puts whiteness in the position of the observed, and for some, that was too much. This is the same discomfort some people felt when a black man walked into the White House. The same outrage that erupts whenever black joy exists outside of white validation. Because black joy, self-sustained, unbothered, and fully free, has always been seen as a challenge to white supremacy. But here's the thing. Art doesn't have to center us for us to appreciate it. We don't have to fully understand something for it to be valuable. Curiosity and humility go a long way. And instead of reacting with fear or frustration, we can choose to learn. So today, I'm grateful for the voices that helped me see what I missed. And I'm thankful for the artists, the activists, the storytellers who challenged me to think beyond my own lens. Because last night, Kendrick Lamar didn't just put on a halftime show, but he put up a mirror. And what we saw in it, that's up to us.
He's right. He put up a mirror, and what the mirror says, look in the mirror, and do you trust in that person you see? Because what it basically says, are you honest with yourself? Are you being honest with yourself? The man in the mirror. Look yourself in the eye, and if you think you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're the man or the woman you say you are, then we good. If not, we got some things to talk about. We got some things to figure out. Because if you ain't honest with yourself and you're not healed from within, then how you think you're gonna help somebody else? But let's keep this video going. Let's keep this video going. It's a long one. But Grandpa was cooking.
Number two, the performance kind of reminded me of back when Trump first became president, or right after Hillary lost, and Tribe Called Quest, shortly after the death of Phife Dawg, was a musical guest at Saturday Night Live. And they gave this really poignant, really blistering performance that kind of screamed, this is still our America. This isn't just your America. This is also our America. And I thought that that's what the Kendrick Lamar performance did, actually. In this whole backlash to DEI and this whole marginalization of minorities, the taking down of images in different government offices, promoting diversity, the stripping of government websites of stories of diverse people succeeding. You have Kendrick Lamar and this just absolutely hardcore, fantastic, that was my gate, showing of sort of, I don't even know, like pride and resilience as Trump was at the Super Bowl, even though I guess he left at that point. I thought it was awesome. And I also think Kendrick Lamar is awesome. I saw him with my son in concert a year and a half ago out in LA, and he was good. So I loved it.
It's funny because when you started off listening to that interview and he started talking, I did not expect it to end the way it did, of him saying, you know, me and my son attended a Kendrick Lamar concert a few months ago, and it was awesome. We did not expect that. But it's you got to listen to what they talk about and everybody talk about when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and the music. You know, it makes you think. It brings out your inner soul. It gets you to the point where you have to question yourself and wonder, am I who really I say I am? Am I being honest with myself? And yes, the music makes you do that. And if the music isn't making you do that, you aren't listening, you aren't being challenged. Yeah, some people want to just, but at the end of the day, some people want to be challenged too. Let's finish this, Phil.
You don't have to respond to disrespect straight away. You note it down in there, you bide your time, and then when the time is right, the whole world will see.
You think Kendrick Lamar is going to look that good in those jeans, and we're not going to go and try them on, bestie? Oh, we're going right now. Hi, good to see you again.
Or just those
I
jeans.
just wanted to see if you guys have the Kendrick.
Just those jeans that K-Dot wore at the performance, the little bell bottom. So he's gonna try and get them. Let's get it.
Lamar jeans.
Yes,
Okay, here are the jeans that he wore, and
Got 'em.
she's grabbing me the lighter wash that are actually my size. This is just the closest to my size. Couldn't fit the dark wash over.
Hey yo, I didn't check, but let me know in the comments if y'all know how much these jeans goddamn cost. I know it got to be at least probably a fucking $1,000. I'm sorry for my language, but
for my thighs, but the lighter wash did fit. Now, what do we think? I'll give you a little spin.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they look good. They look good. I would get these. I would get those. I would wear those. Those aren't bad. Those aren't bad. I mean, yeah, I'll get those.
Listen, this
K-Dot did wear these at the Super Bowl, so yeah, I get those.
going on back there, okay? It's going on. I'm not surprised they fit really good because women's jeans just always fit better on men. Like,
You ain't got to put your hands all like that. You could just say, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do it all like that, bro. Come on, man. We all in the same team. And when I'm talking about team, I mean love. We love life.
the jeans I wore in here are women's. They're from Mousy. Quite a different price tag, but still. We got to do the true test, though.
What's the
Stay
truth?
ready.
I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to sell black one.
The jeans, or should we just leave this one for Kendrick?
Everybody crashing about this performance. A lot of people have, now that they actually got to dissect it because they kind of understand where K-Dot's coming from. And I appreciate a lot of these people's insights because they understand, like, hey, I didn't really understand what was going on. But you know what? He didn't diss America. Why would he diss America? All the black people in this country love America. They just hate that their way that they're being oppressed by the country they love and they serve and they do everything for. You know, you can't, you know, I don't want to get in trouble, but you got to include everybody if you want to really, truly be home of the brave, land of the brave, home of the, whatever that is. That's even why I came here. I'm an immigrant of Trinidad and Tobago. My kid is American. She will, you know, parents. I'm immigrant. Mother's American. North Carolina, Virginia type heritage. But what I'm really saying is that's what everybody come to this country for, a better life. And some people were brought to this country as slaves. And these were the indigenous people that are fighting for things that they were promised. Like Kendrick mentioned in his performance about the 40 acres of mule, things that were promised that was never given. And they wonder why a lot of black people are behind. We've caught up, but they could be much more ahead if they were given the things that were promised. And that's another story. I may edit a lot of that out, but I just felt that I had to say it and get it out because at the end of the day, you guys are my therapy. And I appreciate y'all listening to me. I appreciate y'all showing up. And right here, it's going to be another video for y'all watch. Peapod Cove. I'll see y'all on the next one.